Hey guys, good to see you. Got a request from Grayson to do Emperor Cusco from Emperor's New Groove. Sorry, it's a little dark. It is about to get a blistery storm coming in, but I thought I was out of town. I came back. I'm like, I got to get a video in. So let's get this done. Anyways, he is, well, we all know that he's a show off. He's rude, kind of lazy, spoiled teenager. Who only thinks of himself, but he is hilarious. Yes, funny, funny, funny. It's one of my daughter's favorite shows. She likes to quote from it. But I did learn some fun, interesting facts. But we'll get started. We're going to start off with his chin, as that is his signature look, is that pointy chin. So we're going to come down, get a chin going on. It almost looks like it's going to be an ice cream cone, because then you're going to take this, go around the top. Oh my gosh, it looks like an ice cream cone. All right, we're making an ice cream cone. Now, we're going to go right down the middle to the other side. And then we're going to go across here to the other side. Okay, so in his face, right here, right in that center of his line, this is going to be his nose line right there. And then he's got a pointy nose, and it's going to go whoop, whoop around. Okay? And now for his eyes, they're going to go, there's going to be round like this, but this side's going to come down a little more, and this is going to go up a little bit because he's got that little squinty glare, so it's gonna go like that. See how it kind of goes over that? So do the same thing on this side, round, and it's gonna go over and then down, and then bring that in. All right, we can erase this center line. We don't need this anymore. My son-in-law can sound like, I can't do it, where Kronk is all, talks like a squirrel. Squeak, 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 squeak. Anyways, it's hilarious. So now we have his mouth. So right under his nose, we're just going to go across here. And then you're going to come down and make a parallel line down here. So we can erase this in here. Sorry, I'm trying to beat the storm here. Okay, this is going to come up. And his mouth, so his teeth are going to kind of swoop down in the top part here. And then bottom, we'll have it going across like this. And then when you have a Sharpie, you're just going to Sharpie this in. I did learn some very interesting stuff on this. But okay, first let's get this side. This side is just going to go straight across, and you're going to give it its smile line right there. Okay, this side though is going to come out and then over. Interesting. Oh, and his bottom lip. Don't forget the bottom lip in there. Okay. He threatened an entire city in the and actually an entire village to build himself a summer home for his 18th birthday. Which didn't happen in the end, but he didn't seem to care. So we're going to do his circly eyes right here. I put shinies in there just to make it look alive. Shiny. Super fantastic. And, oh, so when you do this with the Sharpie, make the upper lid, it's going to have an extra thickness to it. And then he has an extra line up here, like that, okay? So do the same thing on this side. It's gonna have a little extra piece of thickness right here. It's to represent his lashes, but you know, we just put in a little extra thick. And then he's got the crease line up there for his eye, okay? Good job. All right, so for his face, how it kind of comes in. So right here along his eye, you're just going to bring it in on this side, but this side is going to be a little different, so we'll erase that. So that's correct. And then this side kind of comes in like this, and on this. I just saw a picture, so this is just what I looked off of. So we're just going to go with what I saw, and then we're going to erase that. Cusco, which is actually spelled Kusco, that's his name, was derived or came from this city. It's actually in Peru, and it's Cusco, which is Cuzco. So they just changed it a little bit. Cusco. Anyways, all right, so off of this, we have the ear. So we have his ear here. And then inside the ear, I'm just gonna put a little lump there. Okay, so do the same thing on this side. It looks funny because there's no hair or anything, but we're gonna be adding to it and it'll all come together. Squeaky squeak, squeak, squeak. Yeah, that's what he says. All right. Now he's got his headpiece on, so it's just gonna swoop right across here. It's gonna go over it. And then under there, he's got his eyebrows. So we're gonna put a peak of an eyebrow here. So we'll be sharpening that in. And then a peak of an eyebrow just coming out over here a little bit. And up here, this is gonna be where his, so he has his, let's see, visualize this. Let's have his hair is gonna come down right here. And this is gonna be where his hat goes. So his hair is going to come off of here. This is gonna come over just a little bit. And then we come from, right, we're just gonna use this and then come out from here for his sunburst hat. You're like, why does he have a sun hat? Oh, fun fact, another fun fact. We can erase that part right there, and then we'll just make this darker. This will be part of his sun hat he's wearing. Does it want to come that far out? Okay, fun fact. The original film was an epic musical titled The King of the Sun. Did you know that? I did not know that. And it was, they worked on it, how long did it say? Oh, 3 years. They worked on this musical 3 years, this epic musical cartoon 3 years. And then they decided, you know what, we need to screen test it. That's where they bring in people. They pay people to come in and they get to watch it and then they give their review. You know what, their sun hat could probably go out a little bit more, but that looks fine. We're just gonna leave it. They hated it. Yeah, it got horrible reviews. And after 3 years and over $25 million that was spent on it, they had to scrap it. They only kept one song out of all of it. Yeah, that's humiliating. Okay, he's got these funny spikes of hair coming out here. Boop, boop, can you imagine? A lot of it, you're like, how can they spend that much money? Part of it is they took a team down to Peru, a whole team down to Peru, and they paid for all expenses. That must have been expensive to go and explore the land and the people. I mean, they probably use that for the show because that's good information because they do that. Like Lion King, they went down to Africa and they taped all the animals and got to know them. Or Hawaii, when they did Lilo and Stitch, they went to Hawaii. So that's very normal to do something like that. But that was part of their cost and they had to scrap it because it didn't go well. But then Disney only gave them 2 years. And you're like, that's a lot of time. Okay, now we're gonna do he's kind of going with his shoulders. It's gonna go whoosh. Oh, don't forget these amazing earrings here. Okay, this is very long. They go below his chin, so they're gonna come down here. Okay, and erase in there. And then, we can erase that too. And we're gonna put a line here to make it look like a 3-dimensional disc. Do this side too. So we're gonna make it look the same. So what you do is you kind of go like this across. You're like, okay, it's gonna go to about right there. So we do it so we kind of match both sides. Okay, fantastic. And now we're gonna make it look three-dimensional like that. So he's got his shoulder in here. It's gonna go whoosh and swoop on down, whoosh. And don't forget his hair in here. So it's gonna go over his ear. And it's gonna go below his earring. So bring it down here. What else do I know? I mean, that's all that I can remember right now. Okay, this is gonna be sharpied in because this is hair. But in the end, it became a classic hit. I mean, they were stressed out because it took so much. And before, when they have a big team, people would come up with ideas and they're like, no, let's think about it. But they were throwing out jokes and things to do here and there, just like, let's do it. And surprisingly, it worked out for them and it became a hit. So now you're gonna bring down this hair. So jump over the ear and bring this in. Now this is gonna come down. And then this, to match the hair, so we're gonna go here, bring it in here. Probably which one's my favorite character? I love them all. I love Kronk. He's hilarious because he's like the idiot guy that can do anything and so hilarious. And of course Cusco because he's so obnoxious. Then you have Yzma, who this guy tried to fire, and so Yzma was gonna get back to, oh, that's what happened. So Yzma got fired and was so upset, decided to poison and kill Cusco. And she gave him the wrong potion and it turned him into a llama. It was hilarious. It turned him into a llama. And there we go. Look at that. Ooh, lefties, you get all that goobery pie over there. All right, let's do his shirt. And so he's trying to get back to be a normal human. And he gets help from a villager. And in the end, they become buddies, but it was a rough go. It was hilarious. And then Yzma's trying to track him down. Okay. And then he's got, right here, this is his sleeves. And we'll come down here. Couple of extra lines here. All right. I think you can color it and you got this. And I'll check you on the next one. See ya.